This week on the BodyWrong podcast.
Shout out to my grandmom, R.I.P. I still say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph all the time. And she's like, are you 70?
I've always wanted to have my own like cremation place where I could just like do like cremations or like do burials, stuff like that. I'd be corrupt as hell.
They would laugh even.
Double chocolate chip, I get it. Double chocolate chunk, I get it. Double chocolate, I understand.
Oh god, not the double chocolate chip. Boom.
My For You page is pretty wholesome, actually. It's not
That VR has seen more people on its knees than this thing, I'll tell you that much. He's been here the whole time.
Sugar titties, sugar plums. We gotta edit that out immediately. I'm sorry, Matt. I love you. What's up, guys?
Just
How you
shout
doing?
on Matt for a minute.
gayest intro on the planet.
Happy September.
If anybody's, no, this is still gonna come out on August 30th. This is still gonna come out in August. But
He said, aha.
if you're wondering what the sound was, it was an eagle screaming. It was, it's so lame they spell out how to say their or how to spell their mascot's name or the logo, whatever. Eagles, EAGLES. We got to spell it like the Jets. It's lame.
And people still spell it wrong, so it's okay. It happens. I mean, this is the world we live in.
It happens.
So easy a kid can do it.
You don't even remember?
All right, who's mad that they brought him back? Like, they should have just folded that, right?
Yeah.
Is he back?
He's been back, yeah. I think they even had a Super Bowl commercial where he was
He
like
did. He was depressed.
pissed off. Yeah, he's got like depression, and he's like married to some just Karen looking
Random
chick.
broad, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like,
Who?
"It's okay, babe." It's the caveman from the Progressive
Geico
or whatever.
commercial.
It was Geico, yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
Flo.
Stanley Yelnats' nickname in the book Holes? Caveman. Burley, Jesus Christ.
It's way funnier just to not say anything.
We've been throwing softballs for you.
I know.
I know, dude. What the fuck?
Beach balls.
It was way funnier to watch y'all go. "Ah, it's bright in here. You know what I need? Some goddamn sunglasses. My future is so bright. I have to wear shades. So,
Yeah, they're great shades too. Where are they from?
Timber Rays. I'm opening up
Rays.
this brand new, comes in this, looks like bamboo maybe? Smells of...
Did you take a dump in there?
You smell the
Yeah,
ocean.
it's full of mead.
Can you turn that into a fleshlight?
It is wood grain all the way around. These are the blues. I had the greens on last. Oh man, life's already looking up, dude.
No. He has to wear those indoors because his future looks so bright.
That's what I just said.
It's terrible.
I made that joke.
Shout out to our sponsor there.
Shout out to Timber
the
Rays.
Timber Rays. They look good, especially if you want to hide your eyes, so that no one knows you did cocaine. I mean, so that no one knows that you were drinking.
So
Or walking
that
through the
no-
woods. You know how many messages I got? Goot, are you mad at Burley? Is he scared of you right now? I'm like, I'm not down there. I'm playing golf right now. What's wrong?
So I was looking for you in the woods. Hey, do you think that the cavemen ever drew like sexy things to jerk off to on the walls?
Oh, hands down, yes.
How can we never find those? We never
Yeah,
find
they
any
were-
like drawings. It's always like stupid buffalo
Stick
and
figures,
shit like
man.
that.
No, let's be honest. The first thing that was drawn on a cave wall was a dick, because that's the first thing we would still do now, and it's the first thing a caveman would do.
What if
There's a
cave
dick
walls
going
were
right
like bathroom stalls, like public stalls, or like Uga was here, and right underneath that is gay, right underneath that.
Could you imagine the girth of those shits back then? Like,
I bet you there wasn't that many, dude. I bet you there wasn't that because you weren't eating as much. Everybody was
oh, that's
small.
true. Yeah.
They're tiny.
Do you think they were into bestiality with how many like buffaloes and stuff like that they were always drawn on the walls?
They everything that had a heartbeat.
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
You and I both know.
There's an old Louis C.K. joke where he's like, God comes back and he's like, why are you beating the women? I gave all these animals for you to feed. And you're not even doing that. You're just eating them. He's like, why are you just eating all these animals and killing them? I put them here for you to.
Do you ever wonder if it's like, I don't know if you believe in ghosts or not.
I do, but
Do you feel like one is always following you and wondering why you're beating off so much?
No, he'll burn his house down.
Yeah, what Goot just said, he knows. I've had this conversation. If I even have the feeling of Haley Joel Osment or Bruce Willis, this house is being burnt to the ground. I'm collecting the monies and I'm starting over. Casper
what movie
can suck
reference
my
you've been?
cock.
I don't think I know.
You have no idea?
I knew it.
Hold on. Say it again. Say it again. Let me focus.
Casper
I'm ready.
can suck my. You know, it's a hit movie role. It's a line from a hit movie. Casper, you can suck my cock.
Scary
That's
movie
actually a line from a movie.
4. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's when he's like, I see dead people. And he's like, do you see them right now? He says, I see them all the time. And he goes, Casper can suck my cock. What's the movie?
Oh, Sixth Sense or whatever?
Yeah,
I knew it. As soon as you started talking about Casper, I figured that's what it was.
that's what it was every time.
Figured. Yeah.
Fuck that movie, man.
Yeah, dude, dead kids is not cool ever.
Good, you gonna go see Beetlejuice too?
Oh heck yeah!
Or,
That's next weekend. Yeah.
Do you have like a-
Beetlejuice.
Do you have a movie pass or something like that?
No, I don't.
he's the owner of an Alamo Draft House. I think.
No.
I don't know how that works, dude.
I was like, I make the owner of IMAX Climax. You know what I mean? Just let me do it.
Last time I tried to go see a movie, I got in a wreck. So
Special privileges, so I can. That's why I go so often. I at least go twice a week. So
Damn, dude.
double fisted
Holy shit.
And
nards.
just talking about flexing. God damn, that shit's
When was the
expensive
last
around
time
these
y'all
parts.
called somebody a gay rod?
I don't think I've ever called anyone a gay.
Do you remember that? Does anybody remember
it was definitely college, early college. Yeah.
I don't think I ever did.
that? Do you remember that? You might be too young, even.
4
Gay
years
rod?
younger than you.
Yeah, but there are some things that are generational that are not going to overlap with us. Some things are not.
No, I don't know about that because Tasha makes fun of me. I still, and it's shout out to my grandmom, R.I.P. I still say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph all the time, and she's like, "Are you 70? Why the fuck are you saying?"
I'll be honest with you. I got a little scared when you were like, "Shout out to my grandma," but I still say I was waiting for a hard R right after that. This is why we need to change your name.
Joan did not know that I was saying anything like that. I was the good child, so.
I always say Jesus titties, but that's just me. But speaking of dead grandmas, respectfully,
Mariah Carey?
Dude, today I swear to God, this was kind of hilarious. But the mother-in-law still does not have a headstone, and they're like, "Hey, this is kind of taking a while. Like, what the f- going on?" So they call the monument place, and they're like, "Hey, this is kind of embarrassing, but we keep calling the people over there, and they can't seem to know where your mom is." So they're like, "Can we hate to even ask this, but can you show them?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine. So they go meet with a guy who makes them wait in the cemetery for an hour and a half. Who kept saying that he would be shortly there. They map out with little pink flags of where mom is, and the guy, once he corrects it and everything, because he thought it was over the hill, like a completely
Jesus.
different spot.
Wow.
He goes, "Hey, hate to ask, but it is customary that when these things happen and a headstone gets put up, that there is a finder's fee of $100. How would you like to donate that?" And they were like, "You've got to be kidding me."
They lost
Hold on.
grandma,
How has
and they're
tipping
gonna charge you?
how has tipping culture hit the cemeteries?
That was my segue. That was my segue.
I knew that was fake. It was fake, right?
But no, I swear on everything.
That
I swear on
is
everything. And
Insane.
the
That's-
sister-in-law
Dude, that's such a good grift though, dude. Because
they tried saying, "Hey, it goes to maintaining the cemetery and stuff like that," because it's a rural area, so they don't get a lot of people, so they're probably 3 donations a year type of thing.
describe this person who was helping you find.
Uh,
this.
How
So
many
I-
teeth did they have?
I wasn't there, so it was the 2 sisters, because respectfully, why the fuck I were there?
Very
So
respectfully, so respectfully. Should have used a divining rod.
they're like, "Hey, do you want to stay at home?" I'm like, "No." Sounds awful.
Dude,
I'm still sick.
Yeah, let me just.
Here's how you do it.
My,
All right,
my
fellas,
respects
fellas.
from the recliner.
They come to us, right? These two broads. They come to us 4 right here. Well, you don't know them even. It's just 2 broads.
Okay.
Come to us. Hey, we lost our dad. Lost our dad at the mall? No, underground. Okay. Can you help us find him? How do we start?
One,
What's
I'm
y'all's-
taking all those little pink flags and I'm putting them in the most random spots ever. Like I'm gonna put one in a tree. I'm like, I think he's here. I think they put a tree on top of him. I think he's here. It's gonna cost an extra $1,000 to put a gravestone on the tree.
Have y'all seen the suits you can get buried in where a tree
Yes.
grows out of you?
No.
Yeah.
Kids are getting murdered in there.
I wanted to be
No,
cremated,
it's
but now I'm
a
interested.
siege. What's his name? Who's the cat from 8 Seconds?
Paul Walker.
Luke Perry. Luke Perry died in one of these. Paul Walker. He was charcoal at the end.
They put
but-
him in a knapsack.
Dude, no doubt, dude. Just
That was a closed casket.
Yeah.
there had to be there was a picnic, family reunion going on nearby. Tossed him in the potato sack that they did the
he
3-legged
cooked-
race in.
He cooked the burgers.
Yeah, he's in a car engine
Shut
right
up.
now.
Yeah, dude, he's driving Porsches in the sky.
He's gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Anyways,
The cage.
I'm thinking, do we just grab a metal detector and just start beeping
No.
around, hoping he had some fillings in his head?
So this is a legit question because my first thought is, am I being pranked?
No. These 2 broads come up to us, and then it's us 4 of us have to figure out where this body is. Meanwhile, there is a plethora of bodies around. This is an old cemetery. There's a lot of stuff going on. in
There's
this
always a
cemetery.
hard left every time.
Well, yeah, dude. Listen, dude, I ain't voting Trump. That's for damn sure. I stay hard left, dude.
There's a 90-degree angle just every time. Just be like, hey, okay, all right, this
Like
seems
my-
like a pretty legitimate.
all right.
There it is.
So if
This September starts the year of Rage and Pillage going harder than ever before. Shout out. September
That
10th,
is-
we are back, bitches.
we are.
Let's
Yeah, I'm excited.
taking it to the next level.
I mean,
And we're probably going to get kicked off of a lot of things.
Yeah, we're gonna
if
be
I
on
had to
Rumble
guess.
before it's all over. But shout out, dude, we're gonna be hardcore conservative, dude. Let's go, bro. We're gonna be doing this. Not
gonna be
ironically,
so
not
many-
ironically.
green screen like just dicks are going to be on you guys
Hell
from doing
yeah,
that,
dude.
especially
Oh,
Rob.
big time.
Rob's just making
time.
it easy if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you kind of wish that cum was based on your ethnicity, like the color of it?
No, but I wish it was like one of those pencils that you had in elementary where you can change the colors by just like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
would
little
still try
slide
to
on the
jam
side?
it. Yeah.
Slides on the side.
I would still try to
Those are
jam it by
badass.
getting 3 at one time. I was like, but I want purple, green, and blue.
Just go Neapolitan on this shit. Let's go. Swirl cum. All right, did we find the body yet? How we doing this?
Do I,
This is going to be a great clip. Matt's just got to figure out how to splice it all together. We need to find this body.
Oh,
I
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
I see metal detector, just like we're trying to find doubloons on the beach. What do
So
y'all
apparently
think?
they had to stick like this rod in to make sure like there was like a vault or whatever. I forget what the hell they were saying. I was
The
like halfway
divining
through the
rod.
second.
I said that earlier. That
Yeah,
rules.
is that what that is? So it's, and they're like, yeah. So like they their grandma was buried there as well. So like she's
They
like, yeah.
stacked
So
them?
they no like next to each other. So that's how they knew which plot it was or
Boo.
whatever. So, but they're like, yeah. So like they practically like just stabbed grandma. I was just like,
of course.
So hold on.
it's terrible.
I don't understand. How can you lose a grave with a person in it?
So they rolled
Ever
out.
seen Walking Dead? Those fucking walk. It's in the
This-
name.
This town was founded in like the early 1800s and hasn't adapted at all
No
since
time
then.
record
See?
at all.
Didn't I say cemetery?
But they
I would ask for his name and try like to figure out where, like, if there was like any like legend we had, just to start from there. If I knew I was that screwed, I'd look at you guys and just like wink at you guys, like I'll just find an empty plot somewhere.
Exactly.
Well, I guess they rolled out the map, and it was like on a piece of cardboard, and it was like the original one from like the 1800s, like it's old with thumbtacks on it, and it was just rolled up on a piece of cardboard.
Treasure map, dude.
Yeah, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And he just rolled it out on the hood. And they're like, fix it now. They're like, this is the second time. And I go, this happened before. They're like, dude, whenever she was getting buried, they tried burying her in the wrong spot. And I go, what the fuck? I'm like,
Okay.
How do you fuck that up?
twice.
I mean, dude,
Twice.
okay. There's only a finite amount of space, right? So if you start a cemetery, could you say, instead of 6 feet, let's go 12 feet? And then once we fill up all the plots, knock down all those fucking tombstones, and then go at 6 feet, and we got a second layer of caskets. We can double up on that land. Is that legal? Can we do that? How long does somebody have to be dead before they don't really count as like even being around anymore? Like, when can we desecrate the bodies?
You're saying pretty much when is it okay to grave
when are they
rob graves?
disintegrated?
Just remove them. Be like, hey, you were born in 16. Never mind, you're out. You've had your
Hold on.
time.
Yeah, anyone was born
Kinda.
before the 1700s.
Yeah.
You go.
Must be in a
So,
town
unless-
charter, I would assume. Each like state could be different based on the soil and like whatever their town charter would be.
Because eventually we're
First
running out of
guess.
space, right? I mean, no.
So
It'd take a
what
long
will they
time.
do at Arlington Cemetery? They don't do that there.
So in the Civil War is when they started using embalming fluid. Embalming fluid is what basically makes it to where we don't decompose, right?
That's what the Egyptians use, man.
Dude, listen, they also fucking put your brains in a jar and built pyramids.
I mean,
the
that was a
Egyptians,
smart
dude.
thing to do. Walking
You
Dead
know
would
what?
never came out.
Brendan Fraser came in and fucked up the Egyptians, dude. So fuck you, dude. King Tut. King sucked his dick. How about that? Fuck you, dude. There's your clip, Matt.
I like how you're making it convenient for him too, because he's like, where was the clip at again? And all he has to do is watch for Burley to go, there's your clip, man. It's,
Yeah,
thank you.
dude. Find
Look,
that.
all I'm saying is it's very easy for us to do this digitally. All right. All we need to do is tell the person, hey, we're going to bury your loved one, digitally. We'll give you an NFT of the person. And literally all we're doing is fucking taking that person's body and we're selling it for parts or
Body
breaking it down.
NFTs is a brilliant idea.
Breaking it down. And then they know forever. And then it's all digital. And you never need to worry about space.
That's
all I'm
fucking
saying.
genius, dude.
Dude, hold on.
I've always wanted to have my own like cremation place where I could just like do like cremations or like do burials, stuff like that. I'd be corrupt as hell.
How much? How much space would you need in between? Like, let's say this was a screen, right? This is the ground. It's stuck in the ground. Pink. This is a screen. How much space would you need to be able to view the NFT of whatever the person was? And then you could put another one. You could put thousands on a fucking 20 by 20 fucking. Well, not that.
You probably would need like what? Maybe like a
on an
2x4
acre of land, you could bury
QR code.
thousands of people.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out in person anymore after Dude's comment of wanting to own that. Really
This
thought
is
about
why I
it.
believe in
Come on,
these
how many
guys.
fucked up movies has Goot seen? I'm sure he's got plenty of ideas.
Too many.
And like he would wear one of his masks and everything else. I'm like, damn it, this is hilarious and terrifying at the same fucking time.
All right, Goot. What is the best Night of the Living Dead movie? And how many is there? Is there 5 or 4?
There's 3 originals, the remake. I think there's 5 total, yeah.
Because I know I vividly remember the one, and I want to say it was late 80s, early 90s, where there was a crematorium, and that's how they were like killing. They would like cremate the bodies, but then it was going in the fucking clouds, and then when it rained, it would just infect everybody when it rained,
That was
and then
number
it would bring
2.
back all the other. Yeah, I forget which one it was, but it was fucked up, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Don't cremate a zombie because then
Have you, have you ever you snort a zombie and see what happens? Have you ever seen what happens when you get cremated? Like, do any of y'all have cremated remains in your home?
Not yet.
No.
my dad does. I think. I mean, they just literally put you. Well, I've seen some
Uh-huh.
fucked up documentaries, bro.
You are not just in there. It's a mixture of you and whoever they burned before you, and fucking
wood.
Yeah,
like
because-
it's.
bones don't burn to dust.
Holy shit.
You're just getting a scoops of fucking ashes.
Teeth, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So cemeteries, they rent out plots, and they can change it out every 100 years, or even every like 5 to 10 years. They're just pretty much renting it out, and they just recycle it.
Dude, have you ever seen like well, like it happens here for sure. But I think we have to bury people slightly deeper here in the South because of whenever it rains and the ground gets a little soft and they just start someone. It's a real
Like Katrina?
Night of the Living Dead thing. They start coming to the top.
They did some crazy shit here. I forget what cemetery it was. Something happened, and they had to dig up like hundreds of fucking bodies, and then none of them were marked. None of that shit, dude. And I don't even remember what happened, but people were fucking pissed because there's just coffins lined up everywhere, and it's like, who fucking knows if that's your dad or your mom? We don't fucking care.
Was it y'all that sent me that video on where the term "Saved by the Bell" comes from?
Oh,
No.
I think so.
Yeah, they would put bells
On your toe.
and like they would actually bury people alive on accident all the time, and fucking you would ring it, and that's where the graveyard shift comes from, where people would get paid to stay up all night and listen for bells.
Can you show us that motion one more time? Thank you.
Dude,
Which one's
Half
just
the
natural for
lines-
me? I don't know.
half the shit that we say now, those little euphemisms, all that other bullshit, it comes from like fucked up like super fucked up shit.
Like Casper can suck my cock.
What was it? Pot to piss in?
Yeah, pot to
Like
piss
came
in.
from the fact that like leather workers used to buy fucking like literally jugs of piss from people because that's what they would wash the leather in because of the what the fuck's it? What's in urine?
Ammonia,
Yes, ammonia.
sugar.
So, I mean, like, there's so many of those. Like, I follow a TikTok account, and I go down a rabbit hole of all the like
Like,
weird
have you ever heard the
sayings.
one of like don't throw the baby out with the bathwater? Yeah, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So
That's
back
a
in the
Texas
day,
thing.
no, it's from England. They would.
Well, how much time did we make it into today? What was it? 22?
Sorry,
I think you were better last week.
We need to create.
the
We need to
gangbang?
create a jar, like a jar, and and Burley will have to put like $1 in every time he says it.
$1.
I want to
No,
press
yeah.
it so bad, but I know he has to go in and edit it. It's hilarious.
I say that's the only reason. Because
Like I know your arm is busy right now because you're marking the spot.
no, why would I ever be doing something like that?
You're
No.
fucking weak, dude. This is why Raging and Pillage is gonna succeed. No censorship on our shit, dude. Except Rod's name, he's gonna change it.
Rob's just gonna be unemployed.
You censored all the Wolverine dicks on my episode.
Oh, good point.
I did do a research, and by research I mean it was the first Google thing to pop out or pop up. It was the Business Insider article talking about 9 common phrases you didn't know have a dark origin.
Ring
So-
Around the Rosie. Is that
Yep.
one on there?
I-
That's from the.
That's from the
that one's out
yeah,
there.
the plague. Yep.
This is one of those ones I may just have to go down because there's like 18,000 pictures before it goes in between each
Here,
one.
here,
This-
This-
so
if
fucking
you want to
annoying,
step
dude.
it up one
Oh.
notch, I guarantee you the Insider will have an article on it too. Look up common things that you didn't know were racist. And
No.
this is fun.
No. So
And
Ru-
that's when we had to we had to take half of the episode and throw it in the trash.
yeah, I'm like might as well just end the episode now.
What are you talking about? These 17-year-olds are hot.
Jesus, because they're in Louisiana and it's super hot today, right?
Damn heat advisories, man.
The riding shotgun apparently was a huge responsibility.
Yeah, for the carriage, or for like whenever they would like stagecoach. Yeah.
Yeah, stagecoach drivers in the Old West needed a person to literally ride shotgun. The passenger would carry a shotgun in order to scare off robbers who might attack them, according
Yep.
to Reader's Digest. I didn't know that one either. Like I just say this shit without apparently knowing what it is.
100%, dude.
I think I already know it. So, do you know what it is to pull someone's leg?
Yes.
No.
I didn't either. Burley, what do you
Yes.
think it is?
Civil War. They would get shot, and they would have to take a hatchet, and once they got to the bone, they would tie it to a horse. It it would take off, and that's how they would remove the rest of the leg. And then they would tourniquet it, and I made all that up. What is it?
Yeah, that was like the bullet. What are
Every
you talking
fucking
about?
word.
They used a fucking cast iron to fucking like steer the wound.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I made all that up.
Okay, so at first I was kind of like, where the fuck is he coming with this from? And then he said Civil War, and then this one says thieves in 18th and 19th century London, and I'm like, okay, so he's full of shit.
I believe you, brother.
Maybe it was in London, I suppose.
So they would drag their victims to the ground by their legs in order to rob them.
Yeah, don't pull my leg.
I have a good one for
Stop
Burley.
josh-
What is
Stop
have you heard,
joshing.
has anybody heard butter someone up?
Yeah.
I have, but now I'm terrified to know what it actually
You
is.
ever heard of Catch the Greased Up Deaf Guy?
Oh no! So in ancient India, devout people would throw butter balls at statues of
Fucking
gods to seek
India,
favor
dude.
and forgiveness.
There is no forgiveness for them. The entire country is unforgivable. Just
Even that butter was dirty.
even the butter was disgusting, dude. But they're the only country with brown butter. Fucking disgusting.
Hey, hold on, that might be apple cinnamon butter or something.
No,
That shit's
that's
delicious.
is
not
that
there.
butter? It's butter chicken.
Well,
You can't say butter chicken. It's a delicious dish.
And like the fact that like the sunglasses is just, Jesus Christ, I turned into Joan Rivers there for a second.
Jesus
the fact
Christ.
that the sunglasses,
Jesus
You
Christ.
sound like Rick Sanchez. Got
Jesus
something in your throat.
Christ.
the fact that the sunglasses are sponsors, and it's every time that you just, and they're like, do you know what's held every time that he says something?
Yeah, dude. Like
I mean-
you get spotlighted, dude. Like every time Burley's.
Oh shit! Well, hold on, let me go back to this. Okay, so
You want to say something super offensive, but then look like a little playful, cute little person?
did you know what letting the cat out of the bag may have been referred to? Gee,
Nope.
Okay, so Goot, what are you thinking then? Since Burley knows them all.
Wait, say that again, please.
Okay, so letting the cat out of the bag. Do you know what the original origin was from?
Don't let the hair down there grow too far.
That seems
It's
pretty
like,
legitimate. That is correct,
the
actually.
secret's
Yes.
out is basically what cat out of the bag is. Secret's out. So
Right, but where did it originate?
I don't know. It's a birthday present. It happened to be a live animal, and then you got a little frisky, and then it got out of the bag, and then you weren't able to give that. I don't fucking know. I'm just going.
Any idea, Rob?
No fucking idea.
So
I should have just said what
supposedly,
Rob said.
supposedly in medieval times, farmers would go to markets to purchase pigs. Most of the time, their bag would contain the animal they paid for, but if they bought from a shady dealer, they would open their bag to find an unpleasant surprise. The pricey pig had been swapped for a much less expensive cat.
That was fucking Burley in the 1700s, bro. He's like, all right, hear me out, guys. We're gonna sell pigs, but we're gonna give them dead cats, and we're gonna be fucking rich. And people were like, I'm in, bro. I live on the corner.
I bought the listen. I bought the only pig that's barren. I named my son Baron, and I bought the only pig that's barren. But this pussy that I've been grabbing is giving all sorts of kittens. My buddy Jeff, he's at an island. He's sending all these little kittens over to me. And we're gonna sell them. Just put them in bags. They won't know.
Could you imagine when the guy's just like buying something from Burley? They're like, hey, you know, there's a pig in here, right? He's gonna be like, yeah. Just with the sunglasses nonstop.
They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
And it's like, this is the lightest pig
Yes,
ever.
an 18-year-old pig.
Fucking
Jesus Christ.
you're like the opposite of Chris Hansen.
Hey, did you guys?
Not a
I
sweet,
looked this up.
supple kitten.
I looked this up a long time ago, but do you know what cocktail means? Why they called it a cocktail?
No.
So it comes from like the 1700s. Apparently, rich guys with horses who want to sold broken down, fucked up horses, they would take ginger and shove it up the horse's ass, and it would become lively again. And so they started calling spirits cocktails because it livened people up. Gave them
That's
spirits.
hilarious.
What the
I
fuck?
mean,
So the next time you say, "Do you want a cocktail?" Know what I'm saying? I don't have the
give
glasses.
some of that a
I'll pour
horse's ass.
it. I'll take some of that ginger ass.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? He's like, I want what he's having. You know, I'm feeling a little down myself. What the fuck?
Yeah. Not the guy, the horse. I want. Where's no. Ginger? That's all I need. Whoa.
It's like, hey, I'll take the redhead in the back in 20 minutes, please. Thank you. No. Damn.
Oh,
I was looking up. You ever heard of the term? It was a cakewalk.
Yes.
Do you know where that comes from?
no.
We're gonna do this for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, this is fun. This is
Never
nothing
ends.
but this
The
is
never
all
ending
clip.
story.
Hey Matt, this is all clippable.
Yes. Just
maybe
make sure
this
you
one.
give him a great pose so he can put,
So a cakewalk
Stupid.
originated as a dance performed by enslaved black people on plantations before the Civil War. It was intended to be a mockery of how white people danced through the plantation. So there you go. That was them making fun of the whites.
Of course. Like,
What did you
we should have
Google?
known.
I'm curious.
I'm curious what the Google phrase was for that.
I said everyday phrases that are racist. There's the term uppity. Did you know the term uppity?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an epithet used by white people in the Jim Crow era. Oh, this is a good conversation. Y'all have heard of Jim Crow, right?
Oh, fuck.
You heard of Jim Crow laws?
Yes.
I don't know
You
who
know who Jim Crow was?
Nope.
Who do y'all think Jim Crow was? Let's start there, because this blew my mind.
I'm afraid to even ask or even say
What
anything.
what would you think Jim Crow is? You hear about the Jim Crow laws and how they're terrible and everything. What do you think Jim Crow, or who do you think Jim Crow was? Don't get all googly fingers. I see you.
When was this? Like, what era are we talking here?
Way back.
1800s.
Insurance salesman.
I'm going to go with he was a farmer.
He was just a fucking dude that would like fucking perform, making money. He was just working and making money, but he made money doing blackface, like dancing and singing and stuff, right? But back then it was okay.
Wow.
It was. He just got super popular. Nobody got mad at him. Nobody was mad. Nobody was mad
He was
back
a
then. He was.
blackfacer?
Well, dude, back then this was like a style to where like even black people that would be a part of this style. What was it called? Vaudeville. Even black people that perform on vaudeville stuff, they would put on blackface. It was like double blackface. It was just a style that they would wear while they perform.
I know you want to laugh, even.
Double chocolate chip, I get it. Double chocolate chunk, I get it. Double chocolate, I understand.
Oh god, not the double chocolate chip. Boom. That it's just the way that you said it, like your whole voice changed whenever you were like double black. I'm like
But yeah, double black. But it was just what they did. And
what do you mean by they?
the performers that wore blackface.
Okay, gotcha. Does anybody else hate the Costco kid and his dad, or is it just me?
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them hard. Fuck
Yeah,
them
what's
hard,
the story
hard, dude.
behind that? I heard about
It's
it,
a
but
dad fucking pimping out his son for social media points. That's all it is.
And like free Costco for life, apparently, or something, because they definitely have the hookup with Costco.
Dude, dude, he's fattening up his kid like they're gonna sacrifice him in Apocalypto. It's
Have you seen
fucking
his son,
bad, dude.
the Rizzler?
That kid.
He's awesome. Like that kid's fucking awesome. Every time I see him, love that kid to death. Like
Have
he's
y'all
the only
seen
one.
the Rizzler?
And Tron.
no.
Y'all
Oh
guys
my
got to
God.
keep up with pop culture. I'm telling you.
Your For You pages now, just from hearing us, is now tainted, because now you're going to see a whole bunch of the chicken bake. Isn't that what it is? The chicken
The
bake and the
goddamn chicken bake.
and the damn double chocolate chunk cookie.
Another guy, shout out to this guy. I know we can't play his clips or anything, but he's a Houston guy, but I guarantee you've seen him. Little Asian dude with a lisp. It's called Dang It's Wayne, and he does little food things in his car.
Reviews? Yep.
Yeah, he rules. He rules. I go to all the restaurants he recommends in Houston. He's got a lisp. There's this dude from Kentucky that is definitely on the spectrum. This little white kid that
They're friends.
I know.
Yes, they do
I know.
content
They went
together.
to Disney together.
Yes, and I'm like, look at two little dudes just eating
Just
together
two
and just
autists
reviewing.
going hard, dude.
And they're do
Two
you guys know who
artists.
we're talking about with these two guys as well? Apparently, me and Burley have the exact same For You pages because I know. So, do you know who Keith Lee is?
No.
Okay, so Keith Lee is he was an MMA fighter, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And he does food reviews. You may see him in his car and stuff like that. He always, I'm ready, my do tan. I'm just like every like.
What is y'all's For You page? I'm upset that y'all don't know. Y'all post just straight face looking at us like we're assholes.
I'm gonna be
That
honest
guy
with
was
you.
a fighter.
Like,
You guys don't know Keith Lee? Now
I don't know Keith Lee. I honestly don't.
I should be pulling this
Like
stuff up.
my Instagram, I never really look at almost ever. I go on my page and I'll like all of your guys' shit, and then TikTok, my For You page is like all gaming shit and like space stuff because I like I like shit about planets. My stuff, I haven't. It used to be like because my brother would fucking send me all the videos. Like there would just be every other fucking. They pepper them in. They're still there. They pepper them in, but it's calmed down. So it's like dog videos. Like my For You page is pretty wholesome. Actually, it's not It's not bad.
I've got a question for the four of you. A question for the four
Oh,
of you.
you didn't get to answer what his.
Oh,
feed
I'm
was.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's your feed, Goop?
I had no idea what you guys were even talking about, so I don't.
I think you were
Never
looking
look
at Keith Lee. I heard you go, he was an MMA fighter? And then, that was it.
I'm shocked by that one, but yeah, the For You, I thought you were referring to like a different like channel somewhere else. I'd never look at that mess.
Man.
Yeah, TikTok's the only one I use that for. I don't even go on Instagram's like recommended or whatever. I barely use Instagram. The only reason I even have it is because I know I need it for the podcast, and I know that like I want to support you guys. So like that's half the time, and I'll just sit on it for like 20 minutes, just going down liking everyone's shit and commenting.
Y'all's shit does not even show up on my page. I have to go looking for y'all's shit. That's why I assume the same thing happens with my shit to y'all. That's why I always send it to the group.
No, I get
Dude,
your stuff instantly. But
My
I
shit
think
is fucking wild. I also tag you.
You follow
You
too
do.
many people is what
Me?
it is. Like, yeah.
I bet you I follow less people than you.
Is it more than 500?
Possibly. I actually
Nice.
cut mine down. I got a warning from Instagram because I unfollowed like 700 people in a day, and they were like, "You have a bot in your system." Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I just sat there and unfollowed a bunch of people. If I don't talk to you, if I don't look at your shit, if I don't even recognize who you are, I'm unfollowing.
See, I feel like to curate just a truly unique algorithm with anything, you got to follow less people because all of
No,
their shit's
because
going to
without
influence.
without my wackadoo fucking algorithm, you don't get shit like Wolf Bay, dude.
Yeah, you
Wolf
do.
That's true.
Bay.
Yeah,
I
you do.
showed you Wolf Bay.
Yeah, you
I
showed me
ruined
Wolf
your
Bay, but I'm
shit
just
with
saying,
Wolf Bay.
there's
dude.
plenty of shit too that I know that you've seen on your 40 or on your page where you're like, this is hilarious, and it said liked by.
Yeah,
Whack.
for sure. For
See,
sure.
I'm just saying because I know there's been times too where I'm like, I'm gonna go send this to him, and I only open up 75% of your thousands of videos that you fucking send.
Yeah,
so
I'm-
zero.
Yeah, see, listen, dude, y'all could be living y'all's best life and know who goddamn Keith Lee was, but no.
I do open your videos. I just respond back with an emoji, but like I see your stuff you post or the main page. Before I send it to the group, I look to see if you like it or like if anybody else liked it.
So I usually go off of what you've done. So usually if you're putting like laugh emojis and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, ha, 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 this one was probably really funny.
Here's the deal: is you know who sends more shit than I do, and I send just as much shit back to him. Me and Jemothy.
Really?
We have a one-on-one that is some of the most you think that I send y'all fucked up shit. Jesus
Timothy, if you're
Christ.
listening, we're very upset that you didn't join the fantasy football league. You fucking cut.
If his goddamn radio job found out
official?
about the things we send each other.
However,
We are both
my
on the dark
brother-
side of social media.
my brother and Tasha are both in the league.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, you have 3
Yeah.
teams. Congratulations. That's nice.
You think Tasha? If Tasha wins, you think that I'm gonna get the money? She would punch me in the face.
This fantasy
Collusion.
football is costing him $60.
I actually had to. No lie, I'm in so much shit. I had to send $600 in Venmo for like fantasy shit for stuff that I do every year.
Oh my god!
I
felt
do
fucking nasty
a
about mine.
33 league, which no one else does. That's just me, and that's there's 32 teams in the league. Everyone gets a name out of the hat, and if the team that your team is playing scores 33 points exactly, you win the pot. If no one wins, it rolls over. So if you win, and like it happens, it might happen 3 or 4 times a year. So like, I haven't won in 3 years, but I won 4 years ago, and I won $1,200. So like, I'm still up for
You
like
think-
4 years. But
You think there's anybody that's been playing fantasy for like how long has fantasy been a thing?
since
Fuck,
I think the
20.
80s.
The 80s, yeah.
Yeah, fantasy football's been around for a long
Who invented
fucking
it?
time, dude.
Some geek in his
You know what?
garage.
Some
I'm
guy that should
guessing
be
it's
rich
a-
but probably didn't figure out how to make money on it. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a white guy that played
Oh,
Dungeons
for
and Dragons.
sure, it's white and he's overweight.
I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like that's got to be
I
one of these
would
things.
play. I'd play.
I was
play-
literally going to say
I would
that
play
earlier,
without
dude.
a podcast. I'd play without a podcast, even though
I
I,
was
want
gonna
to
say
do
that to you
everything
guys.
for a bit.
I feel like Burley, you would be amazing at it. I have done it a little bit because you have to have a good dungeon master that's got like, but that would have to be able to prepare for the shit that Burley's gonna say and do.
Could
He's
you?
gonna be creative as fuck, and you're gonna be able to think on your feet.
Could you call me the dungeon massa?
Immediately no. Immediately no. Immediately.
All right.
I'm never even gonna get a pair of those sunglasses before they even like. They're like, hey, you know what,
Dude,
This
we're
is a
selling so
terrible
many
idea.
of these, dude. Every time I make a great little, we sell so many, dude. Sell so
They're
many.
gonna design one for you that has a little spot where you put your finger. So
Oh,
you
this is why he's an idea, man. I think you're right there.
Oh. Let me see
Anyway,
if I can pull up an old. You guys
I
continue
tossed-
to
yeah.
bullshit here. Let me see
I'm
if I can.
gonna
figure this out.
toss an idea to the group real quick.
So fantasy football started in 1962 in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What was the name?
62?
Who started it? What was his name?
Bill Winkenbach.
Oh,
So who's a Jewish guy?
he was a Jew.
Sounds made up as fuck.
He controls
No,
the weather, and he was a
I kid you
commissioner.
not. Google it.
Fuck, hold on. What was I already? Oh, never mind.
Wow, the
Never mind.
60s?
Yeah,
That's way longer than I thought.
it's impressive.
That's what she said.
Winklebomb?
Winkelbach.
Was he like a?
Take with
Was
the
he
number
a,
one pick in the 60s. you're like, and with the number one overall pick,
Yeah, I mean-
Winklebach takes. Ooh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Hold on, brothers. Did they
Brother.
even did they televise the NFL draft back then?
It wasn't even the NFL back then, wasn't it? Like the AFL.
Oh, hold on. Did they even have blacks in the league back then?
not nearly what it is now. I mean, it probably had to
No.
be
Now
like,
the question is, do they still have whites in the league?
Well, dude, did you see it was funny? So the Eagles drafted, was it Cooper DeJean? And he's one of 4 white cornerbacks, and it's the first time there's been 4 white cornerbacks in the league ever.
No
there's,
shit.
There's never been. I mean, maybe it was in the 60s, but like it's like a thing because most of the time cornerbacks are like 6'5" black guys that are fucking fast, that can jump, and
How many white wide receivers we have left?
There's quite a few this year.
really.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a hard thing to Google without getting on a list.
You're already on
Let's
that
be
list
honest.
like 4
so
times.
you've been on that list for a long
But
time.
I'm trying
bro.
to stay. I'm
on
trying
the
to stay
title
on my
page.
exclusive list. I don't want to muddy the water with little almost racisms.
So
It won't give me a number, but I mean, apparently it's over 25.
No shit. Well, I mean starters. We should say starters.
0.
Yeah.
0.
I mean, since was it Mark Sanchez? How many Mexican football players we got? NFL.
There's got to be a lot.
Most of them are kickers now. Honestly, I feel like most of the time the Mexican guys are kickers.
Can we ignore special teams like everybody else does?
It kind of hurt my feelings to say that Kyron Williams is can be used as a punt returner. That didn't make me happy.
Really?
They keep changing the rules anyways, it seems like, on that shit, so it's like, all right.
Speaking of
Yeah, the
changing
kick
rules,
returns
did
are,
y'all get
like,
8,000
super dangerous.
emails from the commissioner changing rules?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on a field day.
God damn,
making rules.
I'm just glad, I'm ready for fantasy. I'm ready to my first round pick to get injured within the first 2 weeks. I like to keep tradition alive. And
Who's the hot players this year? I'm a little bit out of the loop.
are you talking about sexually or performance wise or both?
Well, Gronk's out, so there can't be any like super hot players. So
So we know your type. So
yeah,
let's
white goofy
see.
dudes.
I mean, CMC, I think is he's still going probably number one overall.
CMC.
Yeah, but
Christian
you know what? There's
McCaffrey?
never been a back-to-back 2,000 plus scrimmage yard person ever. It just doesn't happen. So like he'll go number one, and it's very. I mean, I'm sure he's still going to be a fucking workahorse, but
Not
he's
this
probably
year.
not going to have the same year.
A
He's not gonna have the
white
same year
running
as last
back. You think he's gonna be number one overall?
Oh yes.
year. Oh, 100. He's
Even though he has a
99%
calf
of the time.
injury, I mean it's still dicey.
How old is he? He's been playing for a while, huh?
No,
He's gotta
he's
be,
in
what,
his
2 or
27,
3
28?
years.
yeah 27.
2 or 3 years, huh? Longer than that. If he's
Yeah, he's
28,
been playing longer
he's
than that.
28.
Yeah.
5'11". Me and him are almost the same. You saw that move?
You moved
No,
so
I
fast,
didn't,
I thought you
because
didn't move.
Exactly, bro. Fucking exactly.
No, do you guys have any a good fantasy football names that you have lined up, or any ones that you've used for your current leagues that you're in as well?
I will be Satan Manning till the day I die. Yeah. I will never change it.
I just strictly do Step Brothers, so it's Prestige Worldwide and the Catalina Wine Mixin is my
Nice.
other one.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. Goot.
I used to have like the Hellfish Bonanza, but then I changed it to Goot and Two Crows. Like, there's an episode of Rick and Morty where he has two crows and like he just goes badass. Ever
It was
since
a
I've
great
changed,
fucking episode.
I love that episode.
I
But yeah,
own all of Rick and Morty's now.
So ever since I changed my team name to that name, every league that I've done it to, I've won the championship.
Wait, was I last place last year?
Yes.
Yes.
Sucks. Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
So I don't know. So I of
So
course
how many
drafted
people are
a
even
whole
in this
bunch.
fucking league where you pussies wouldn't do punishments?
It's 12 now, I think.
I think there's 10
It's
or
gonna be
12.
12.
I agreed.
12, yeah.
I got asked to join, and I agreed. But I'm gonna bitch about it the whole time.
Well, we
'cause
figured you would even if there
pussies.
was
You
punishments.
Well, I think we
pussies.
still need. I think we have 11. I think we still need one. And Matt said his wife is going to be the fill-in, but she really doesn't want to do it. But she's going to do it if we really need one. I think
Fucking
that was
pussies won't do punishments.
Shout out to
man.
her. That's
I'll
that's
get somebody.
True, true.
What- I'll reach out to somebody. It's fine.
That sounded like
I mean,
a
it's
threat.
$20. So it's
Yeah.
How funny would it be if Goot's like, I'll get somebody, and then he just wears a mask, one of his cows, and like, he's just like, I'm in.
My name's Brute.
Bitch.
I'm playing fantasy.
I was drafted with a whole bunch of Chiefs fans, unfortunately, and they all know my curse of every time I draft somebody, usually early in the rounds, they always get injured early and out for the whole season. So I got Kelsey, Mahomes, and Butker as my kicker. So I got 3 Chiefs players, and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "You know what happens?
What's up,
If they go down and I lose fantasy, I win in life because you guys are going to be fucking miserable." So
what I'm pissed about is the league that I'm drafting with tomorrow, which is a bigger money league. Is I have the number 2 overall pick,
Same here.
and if they take CMC, I
CD,
probably
baby.
have to go fucking CD, and I don't want to do it.
That's-
I really don't want to do it.
He got paid, so he's a put up
Do it,
numbers,
baby.
dude.
If it makes it
I
feel
know.
any better, I have Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith.
Same
in
here.
My work league. Yeah, so I felt very.
Smitty.
I even picked him over Lamar, is how confident I was, and it was kind of disgusting because I really wanted to go with Lamar, but I was like, I'm gonna get the
If
duo.
you don't know anything about American football,
Thank you for joining another episode of the BodyWrong podcast.
Shout out to our sponsor who,
Oh, speaking of trophy, Goot, do you have a trophy?
Give me some ideas to put on this shit, dude.
First,
I've
a
been meaning to
dildo
ask
is
every
one.
fucking week.
all three of us were about to say in unison a wiener. So
I was just gonna say, there's got to be a dick.
yeah,
somewhere.
Goldfish. I know Steve Winward.
yeah, we don't have to do goldfish anymore. Nobody. Who's all in, by the way? Nobody said. Is Tyson in?
No, because there's betting, and that goes against his soaking culture, so he can't.
I'm with him. I stand with
Just the fact that you still have that, and there's alcohol right behind you too. It's just fucking
Just thank you, Marriott.
great. Yeah. The fact that VR has seen so much pornography on it as well, right next to it.
It's
Hey,
actually
dude.
stuck to the wall.
Listen.
It's who needs Velcro when
That,
they've seen it?
that VR has seen more people on its knees than this thing. I tell you that much.
No, that one, that's the one I hope we keep. If there's one, Matt, I'm begging you, if there's one that we can keep, let it be
It's
that
that
one. Let it be that one. But I'm looking at the time. I mean, I don't think there's any better way to end it than Burley talking about people being on their knees. So
Shout out sponsor.
that is fuck Dr. Pepper.
Diet. I hate Dr. Pepper too, but Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh,
That makes
Oh,
me
that was
taste
dogging.
like double
Tastes
stale
like-
dick.
Fucking like you took a dick inside some pennies and you swirled it around. Ugh.
how do you both know what dick tastes like?
Or it's big enough that it reaches our chin. So it's
Calm down, CD.
no. I was gonna say I'll leave you with this. Now tell me if this is a decent pickup line because the missus told me she's like that's disgusting. And I'm like what? She was eating a cheese stick, and I go ooh instead of that cheesy stick, you're trying to taste this cheesy dick, and she's like
That's kind
the
of.
fuck is wrong with you? So I'll leave you guys with that. Let us know in the comments below. Would
Are you
you touch
circumcised?
this cheesy dick if it was offered?
Nope. Okay.
Yes or no? All right.
There's a show that makes me holler, BodyWrong is what they call her. Hosted by some giants, true, with bulges busting through. Matt and you been by the side, Robin Good ain't gonna hide. Burley stepping up to play, the dongs are here to stay.